Today we are going to talk about our hermit crabs. Now, hermit crabs are animals that you would find mostly near the sea. A lot of the crabs live in the ocean, but these are land crabs. So you would find these crabs on the beaches. They do not like water. They cannot breathe underwater. So we make sure that they have a lot of sand in their cage. Now, hermit crabs are actually very social animals. Even though they're called hermit crabs, they're very social. In the wild, they can live with other hermit crabs in colonies of up to 100 crabs. We have about 8 or 9 hermit crabs in our cage. Some of them are a lot more shy than others, and so they stay in their shell. Now, hermit crabs are not born with their shell. Snails are born with their shell. Hermit crabs have to go out and find abandoned shells. They use shells from other animals, mainly sea snails. And as they get bigger, they have to get a bigger shell. So as they age and they get larger, their shells get larger as well. Now, hermit crabs, if you notice, hermit crabs have 10 legs. There's some in the back that you can't see, that's in the shell that you can't see. And if you notice, the hermit crabs have claws that help them attach to things so they don't fall. But even though these hermit crabs have claws that help them climb, they are actually really clumsy. And depending on the shape of their shell can sometimes make them unbalanced and make them fall even more. These guys like to climb, but they also fall a lot. Now, if you notice this, the claw right here on this hermit crab is purple. Now, we didn't paint it purple. It comes purple like that, and you can tell that by their purple claw, they are Caribbean hermit crabs, and they're very popular hermit crabs. And that left claw also is purple, but that left claw also is a lot larger than the right claw, and it helps protect them from predators. So they can use that claw to pinch squid or octopus or other animals to protect itself. And when it goes back into its shell, it uses that large claw to cover the whole of the shell, so that way no animals can get in while they sleep. Now, hermit crabs are nocturnal animals. That means that they sleep during the day and they're awake at night. And so most of the time you will see them come out at night and eat. And we know that they like to eat because we keep their food in a shell, and in the morning the food has managed to walk away from that shell, from their food bowl. Now, these guys are our most active crabs that we have. Now, if you notice, there are 2 ocular stalks, so really long stalks, and on the end it's their eyes. Those little black beads right there, that's their eyes. And if you notice these right here that are moving, those are antennas. Those are sensory antennas, and they let them know if danger is present or if food is around. They help them figure out what's going on in the environment and whether it's safe to come out. Let's see, hermit crabs are scavengers. They eat just about anything. They'll eat driftwood, they'll eat seaweed, they eat fruits and vegetables. They also like to eat fish and small ocean invertebrates. We feed them mainly fruits and vegetables. They love just about anything that you give them. We also make sure that we spray down their cage with lots of water. Just like snails, they like for their environment to be very moist. They don't like it to be very dry outside. They like a lot of water, even though they can't swim in water and they can't breathe underwater. They do like a lot of water in the ground and in the air. They like it very humid. They don't like the weather to be very dry. Now these guys, they go through a process called molting. So what that is it's sort of like a hermit crab shedding its skin, except a hermit crab doesn't have skin. It has an exoskeleton. So a hermit crab will bury himself deep in here underneath in the sand, and he will shed his exoskeleton and he will grow a new one. Young hermit crabs do this a couple of months a year, but as they get older, adult hermit crabs will only do it once every 18 months. But it is a very, very difficult process for hermit crabs, and a lot of hermit crabs don't make it through the process because it is very difficult for them to shed their exoskeleton and grow a new one. Now, if you notice the hermit crabs, when they walk, they don't walk necessarily in a straight line. They walk sideways. And that's just because of their claws. Their claws are heavy. They don't really make a straight line. They just walk sideways. Now, these guys have never really pinched us, but we have had them for a very long time. And they're very social, and they like us, but if they were to pinch us, it would hurt. So you want to make sure that if you find a hermit crab on the beach or somewhere, you don't want to just pick them up and start playing with them because they're not used to humans. But these hermit crabs are used to us, and they're used to us picking them up and showing you guys what they look like. That is all for the hermit crabs. I hope you have enjoyed this informational video. You want to make sure that when you do get a pet that you learn as much about it as you possibly can, and that you take really good care of it.